So the industry has gone through many different changes over the course of the years of how the best way to measure water lift. And you can use a fancy tube and water and measure the lift, but there's a simpler way, just as gauge. It's not 100% accurate, but as long as you're using the same gauge across the same vacuum cleaners, you'll have a really good baseline. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to take 3 of our vacuum cleaners, and we're going to take 3 or 4 other manufacturers' vacuums, and we're going to test them against ours and see really what the difference is. So the vacuums we use today is going to be the GarageVac, the CS or RoadVac, and the CondoVac from Intervac Design. We're going to use a Milwaukee M18, just a little battery power job. We're going to use a Rainbow, an E2 series. We're going to use a Dyson stick vac, which is the V8 Animal. And we're also going to use a full-size central vacuum cleaner from Beam. And this will be their Alliance model. So please note during this video, we will be using all brand new bags and filters throughout every product. So there's no discrepancy as far as, well, that was a dirty bag, used bag, so on and so forth, or a dirty filter. No, everything is brand new. So we have a solid baseline. There's been a lot of debate lately about horsepower in vacuum cleaners, and what we're noticing is that more vacuum manufacturers are posting peak horsepower, and unfortunately they have been misinforming the general public. When you go to the Home Depot and you see a shop vac or rigid or whoever the manufacturer is, and you'll see them post that or label their equipment with maximum horsepower of, or peak horsepower of 5 horse or 6 horse. And unfortunately, that's very misleading to the public. What they're really talking about is a condition of their testing methods, which is very impractical for the normal user, for any user for that matter. And when it says 5 horsepower peak, what they're referring to is they take those motors down to negative 50 Celsius, and take the impeller off, and they put it right on the shaft, and they give it as much power as possible. And when I say that, I'm talking about like 50, 60, 70 amps, and they really load that motor up, and that instantaneous horsepower reading that they're getting off from that is under a destructive test, and you cannot actually do that out in the normal field. So the industry standard actually for measuring vacuums and their performance is using water lift. I want to take the time now to say thank you for spending a few minutes with us and getting a little more educated when it comes to vacuum cleaners and why it's important to pay attention to water lift before you buy your next vacuum, and not really focus on horsepower, because ultimately horsepower doesn't mean anything. So again, thank you for your time, and choose wisely. Thank you.